through some chemical reaction with cannabis or something like that?
Yes.
Okay.
And
then there was the tape of.
if I could, yeah. That's
Okay.
why I was late, because I got, I almost have the prototype complete to where I could show you the reactor that I'm
Okay,
making.
no, I understand that, but I just want to make sure. And then the last part of the tape is the conversation that was going on between you and the probation officer about going in and getting
she wanted me to get a recommendation. I was explaining to her that
No,
it's for my religion.
I know, but what I'm saying to you, and like I've told you before, is why can't you do that? Why can't you get a 215 card?
Why can't I just have it for my religion? What's so hard
Because
about
proving your religion is going to be very difficult.
that? I'm fine.
How are we going to do it? You going to testify to it, or we're going to have anybody from?
If you look up the cases that I gave you in the email and so forth, I don't know.
I print them.
Those things, they have to do with the Navajo Nation
No,
versus...
I understand those cases, okay?
Mhm.
But in order to, I mean, we can cite those cases all we want, but unless we have some evidence that your religious beliefs include the use of cannabis as a sacrament.
That's all the information
I know,
I've
but
given to you in
what
the
what
videos.
you're forgetting is this. We have to have someone testify to the facts of that. We just can't cite a case to the fact that,
Fine.
you know, in the Navajo Nation, this is.
If I need someone to come in from the Naqshbandi or from the Sufi realm to say that this is taking, imbibing, ingesting, smoking, bathing in it, as probation officer stated when she took my room, which we do.
No, I understand. Mr.
Making
Mitchell, I
bong and
understand.
soma,
No,
I can-
excuse
I
me,
can-
let me finish.
I
Let
can
me
get-
finish. I understand that is what your religious beliefs are. And I'm talking about being able to present that in a usable, admissible form, other than you testifying to that.
Well,
And I'm saying if you get a 215 card,
I don't
then
want
it
that.
doesn't matter.
I don't want that. I want for my religion. Religion means way of life. It's my way of
Are
life.
you risking going? Are you risking going to prison?
I went to prison the first time for having a recommendation being pulled over. I wasn't even stoned.
I understand that, but we're not talking about then. We're talking now.
Yeah, and because of then, I'm not doing this now. I wish to go for my religion in that period only.
For example, when they came to my house and they found the 3 pounds, if he would have a 215, that gets him in trouble too. I couldn't even claim that that was my marijuana because it was too much for me that I do have it. I'm only allowed to have 8 ounces, I believe.
Well, why can't, I mean, I have seen 215 cards.
They have limitations
Excuse
that
me.
apply to them.
Excuse me. May I speak with my lawyer? Thank you. My religion is the way that I wish to go through. That's what I give you the information for, and I can get you testimonies and feedback for people if that's what
I
is
need
needed.
live people.
Yes.
I can't.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay. Who are they and where are they?
Let me get a hold of them, since I'm being told that's what I need. I'm going along as I'm being fed what I need to bring to you.
No, and I'm saying the easy way out is get a 215 card.
I don't want the easy way, sir. That's how I went to prison the first time and missed most of my son and my oldest child's fucking childhood. Do you understand?
I understand.
I got pulled over for nothing.
No, I understand that. And
Got a
we
breathalyzer. You can read it.
No.
Was given a breathalyzer because of having a fractured neck, having been down the street, being taught for 45 minutes, being told all these derogatory shit. Had 6 officers. Drug dogs couldn't
On
find.
this case?
No, on my first DUI.
No, I understand that.
Which was for what?
But no.
Having a recommendation.
But I.
The officer couldn't do shit. He gave me 2 options. He said, give me your license or get in the back of my car and I'm taking you to ride out to draw your blood. And I said, well, how? I passed all your field sobrieties. I blew a 0, but because I had a recommendation from Dr. Turnipseed, it says do not operate a motor vehicle. What did he do? He gave me a DUI. I'm on probation in Sutter County. What does Sutter County tell me? If you take a plea bargain, we won't do nothing to you. So instead of fighting my case, I take a wet and reckless. Not being told that there's such thing called a dry reckless, be it that I believe a 0. I wasn't told that. So how did I go to prison? I took that deal like you're trying to get me to do.
I'm not
And
telling
Sutter
you to
County
take a deal.
violated my ass and sent me to prison when my son was 4 months
Sir,
old.
I'm not telling you to take a deal. I'm telling you, when you fight this, it is much easier to fight it with a 215 recommendation than it is putting on evidence, assuming that we can get the people here.
I'm fighting underneath my religion only.
And that is certainly your choice.
Because it is my
I'm telling you,
if you've read the letters from the testimonies of the people that given to you, the stuff that I'm making can only be made by me in the way that I make from using cannabis, not marijuana, because that's a derogatory term for Mexican field worker and means only processed herb. So if I have not processed herb or a Mexican next to me, am I in violation of probation? So if we're going to do the schematics, you know what I mean, the etymology of words in Latin, because that's what they're getting me for.
I understand.
It's for having processed weed, and if you look at the 3 pounds, 5 ounces, it is shake, stems, and bud that is unmanicured. Therefore, it does not fit the criteria of what the fuck they're talking about, sir. I am down for schematics right for you.
No, I understand what you're saying, and I'm
down,
recommending
I've
to you
bargained
that
too many times in my life. I'm
it
about
is
to
not
be a grandfather.
to get a 215
I'm about to be a
card.
grandfather, and I'm not fucking going that way no more. That's how I miss my son. I'm not missing my daughter.
But you have to understand how we got to this point. He had 3 prior probation officers, and they had told him he was
4.
All of them recognized.
Stephanie's my
Nicole
5th.
even recognized that this was his religion. Under those guidances, that needs to be brought up. The 4 probation officers need to be subpoenaed.
Okay.
Charles, Stephanie,
hold
Kathy.
on a second. Let me get somebody to write these names down.
All them people knew that I smoked herb. Give you the birthday card that freaking Nicole gave to me for my birthday.
Claudia, I need something to write on, please.
Man needs to listen. I'm doing no 215. Fuck all that. I'm about to be a grandfather. That's the whole reason why I fucking got in this person. How'd I go to prison the first time? Shit. How I got drug tested in the first place, sir, was I was given a birthday card by Nicole on my birthday last year. Nicole, the prior probation officer before Stephanie, she gives me a birthday card and tells me I'm going to take you off high control. And I said, I'm good on that.
Okay. Nicole.
So she goes, I need you to piss test for me. So I urinate for her, and I go in after doing that urine test, and I'm switched to Stephanie.
Mind you, he's been on probation for 3 years.
Can I speak?
And you have to, now let me speak for a second.
So Stephanie...
Now, you listen to me.
Yes, sir.
Stephanie Bealey is, excuse me, a bitch.
So when I first meet her, like I meet Nicole, because...
What is Nicole's last name?
Nicole, I have to find her card. Let's see. Stephen, who retired, I had him after Charles.
Okay, Charles. What is Charles's last name?
I don't know Charles. It's the only black dude that works in probation. He's been working there for a long time.
He still works there?
Yes, sir.
I know.
Nicole is Masdon. Nicole Masdon.
How do you spell it?
M-A-S-D-O-N.
There's her birthday card that was in the folder, sir. And the evidence. This shit is so disgusting. She gives me this and piss tests me. But how I meet her is Stephen switched me to her because he retires. She has me, I come in the office and she goes, hey, I see we have conditions here that talk about what's going on here. And I said, well, Charles told me that the law is passed and I don't even need a recommendation. There's nothing he can do about it. So that's what he told me. And she goes, okay. And I have her as my probation officer for 4 months. And that's when she gives me this in November 12th and tells me I'm going to
Charles told you didn't need a recommendation.
He gave him a clean test.
I asked him.
He started probation with a clean test.
I asked Charles for permission. He says, I can't tell you if you can't because this is when the law, this was in August because the law, he goes, the law is passing in January 1st.
Mhm.
I can't tell you shit.
Okay, but what you have to recognize is when you were placed on probation in
So-
El Dorado County,
I understand
you
that,
have
sir.
a probation order that says you can't use cannabis, okay?
And I had a,
I don't care,
I had a,
I don't care what these guys tell you, that probation order has to be changed, and the only way that you can change it is what you tried to do with David Collins that he didn't
No.
finish.
what I tried to do with Robert Banning.
Now,
4
you went to
years
court with David Collins and
No,
he
I went
challenged
to court with Robert Banning in this case in El Dorado, and that's the motherfucker
No,
that didn't do
sir.
nothing. What are you talking about? In El Dorado County, where I fought and sat in ASAG for 6 months, where I'm tried for 245s for no reason, I was with Robert Banning. He is the lawyer that did not do shit, as my wife was being defended by an immigration lawyer, not even a criminal defense lawyer. Do you understand?
I understand.
And no-
You've told me that, and I understand that.
So I'm not talking about David Collins, because
I'm
he never,
talking- no, wait a
he never
minute.
represented me. I'm talking about
he
the
went to
beginning.
court with you in front
He
of Judge
went-
Scroggins and
Uh-huh.
challenged her.
No, he didn't. I did.
You told me he put up his right hand and said,
No, I sat there in court. I followed the stuff. I did the thing. She said, "Hey, are you going to represent him?" At the end, he said, "Yes, I'm going to pick it up."
But it wasn't Judge Scroggins because he had already sent in the letter for
I got rid of
requesting
her.
her.
Before anybody even seen no lawyer.
then why did you tell me
No
that David
judge.
Collins challenged her?
He
I
challenged her.
challenged.
That
sir.
isn't what, okay, that's
That's
fine,
what I told
because I
you.
was under the impression that he's the one that challenged her.
And
No.
David, we ran it with him, and he said that's okay because I get a better relationship with the other judge anyways, or something like that.
Because in the very beginning, he said he would help me.
But then it never went past that. But he did was in the motion of presenting that
I brought this
modification
up on court.
of probation.
I
yeah.
started this process.
He started
Me,
it.
myself, by myself.
I understand that. I've seen the petition that you filed with the court. Obviously, it was done by you because it was handwritten.
What did it say on it?
No, I understand. It was based
This
upon
is
your
a
religious
burden
beliefs.
on my religion.
I understand that.
And the judge said,
I
I'm
am
willing to
sick.
listen to it.
Yeah.
I am sick. I have a terminal illness. Fuck. My mom has sarcoidosis, so do I. Where are the people that ran the Yuba County Compassion Use Co-op here? My mom is Bonnie Metcalf. And Steve King. Where are the
Okay,
dispensary?
who was the other probation officer? There was
Stefan.
Nicole Madsen,
Mhm.
Charles the Black Man.
Stefan is
So
makes
Stephanie
Seth.
Feely's a
no
bitch.
no. Stephen
Stephen.
is the guy that retired. What is his name?
Seth,
Seth. Sorry, Seth.
the Filipino brother.
Mhm.
Seth.
He retired. I said I had 5 probation officers. She's the 5th.
Mm-hmm.
And taking him out of high control.
This
So everybody
person-
had to be okay to
this
that
person-
point.
I understand that. I understand that.
This
but
person, all
it's-
of them knew. Down the line, I explained to them what was going on and asked permission.
And they all
And
said
said,
either
"You
yes,
have-
or it doesn't matter, or you've got to petition the court
No.
to change your probation order.
No, said we don't care. Stephanie, because of the dirty piss test from this person,
Mm-hmm.
opens up and says, "We have an issue here because you have this and you have a dirty piss test. You need to bring me in a recommendation."
Mm-hmm.
And I said, "Ma'am, if you see in there my religion for the last 21 years,
Sir, I understand that.
And your guys' stuff
And I'm
and why
saying
you
the
have
easy
to
way
give
out
me
would have been
food."
to bring her a 215 script.
No, you have to give me a green card, and as you see in my other stuff, I get special food, so on and so forth, and it's not some chicken jive shit.
Okay, you said you had 5 probation officers. I'm just talking about your probation officers here in Yuba County.
Here,
You had
here,
Nicole
here.
Madsen, you had
Here.
Charles the Black Man, you have Seth, the Filipino brother who retired,
Mhm.
and Nicole is retired.
No,
No,
Nicole's
she's-
still there.
She's still there, okay.
Yeah.
She's the one who searched the house too with Stephanie.
Okay.
And she's the one that wrote that letter. Us wanting
Wrote
to
this
get-
card.
Yeah.
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 What's the first guy's name? He
Also,
walks
just
by-
for you to
he
know,
walks by the shop all
this
the
is
time.
his copy of what the conditions were, and there's no marked. Even though in the original it is, and that is not
That's what I was
marked
given.
for him to abstain from use of marijuana or cannabis.
Can't take that. The other guy is he's short.
Okay.
I don't know his name. He walks by the shop
This,
every day.
this may very well be an official document from probation, from the court. But the court undoubtedly put you on what's called formal probation, where you have a probation officer and you have to report and things like that. If you were placed on formal probation, this isn't checked. This just tells you what stipulated agreement. You plead no contest to counts 2, 7, and 10. And then there was an agreement of what was going to happen to you. That's separate and apart from this. Do you have a copy of the agreement? This is from El Dorado County.
Yes, sir. That's where I'm off of probation.
I know you're on probation from El Dorado County and you're being supervised in Yuba County. It's been turned over here
And if you see
for
the
all
case
purposes.
here, there's nothing that has to do with cannabis.
No drug
I
charges.
understand that, and I'm saying this case, this is an order for probation. There's two types of probation. One is court probation, where you do not have a probation officer and things like that.
No, I understand.
If you have a probation officer, then there's a probation order that's filled out and you have signed it. That is the order we need. Now, I can get it from El Dorado County unless you have it.
I don't. It should be in this middle envelope, everything that I have, sir.
Well, let's go through it. Looks like that's it right there. Probation officer's report and recommendation.
Is that what you were reading, sir, when you came and seen me with your brother
With my son?
or your son? Sorry. Isn't that the derogatory term of what Jamie puts as me saying
Okay,
white power?
this recommendation says you should go to prison for 3 years.
Yes, I know.
And they obviously didn't do that.
It's on the stipulation that I committed my 245 from 2002 twice.
Okay.
That they were
So
able to
there's
give me-
got to be something else.
Sure.
Because you didn't go to prison out of El Dorado County the first time, isn't that true? On this case, they didn't send you directly to prison?
It's what I'm on probation, sir, for.
That's what I'm saying.
They hold the prison sentence after if he doesn't complete
See,
probation.
I
Yeah, I
plead.
understand that. But what I'm saying is that if he's on formal probation in El Dorado County,
Look,
which
sir.
was transferred here,
See, I was trying to have a Marsting hearing because Banning wasn't listening, Robert Banning. So this is what I pled to. They said no jail, no prison time, just be jail time. Right? So when I pled to this deal, right, the probation officer, like she said, and you can, we can subpoena her as a witness because we even talked to her outside of the place. If you see, the witnesses stated there, the witness that they used to put me in a coma didn't speak English. I don't speak Spanish. In her testimony.
this is from the flea market that was there at
Yes.
South Shore there.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
And you can see from the person, the owner of the flea market, stating that I actually never trespassed. So how did I get trespassed?
Okay, I understand that. You've told me that,
So,
but what I'm telling
you
you
gotta
is
look
you
at
can't,
this,
no,
please.
you can't,
So the
you can't
245
relitigate that.
Excuse me. So if you look at the 245 PC from 2002, they charged me with it in 2009, as if in 2014 I'd committed the same crime within 5 years. Do you understand?
Yeah, I
They
understand
gave
that.
me an enhancement for something that I hadn't, sir, I hadn't been in trouble since 2002. By her putting this, that I committed the same crime twice to
He
the courts.
maliciously invented that.
To the courts.
The people in El Dorado County.
Yeah.
Yes. When
Okay.
the day that I was fucking released, I have my memory from Facebook showing that the case that they state here where I'm supposedly broken officer's clavicle and arm
Mm-hmm.
shows that it was not a pot charge. Our officer didn't get his arm broken. It's a misdemeanor. It was from me getting my left foot ran over. Dude calling me a nigger. The officers telling me because I was being belligerent because I was like, what the fuck's going on?
Mm-hmm.
He goes, sit down. It's in the police report, I can give it to you. I sit down, I go to roll a cigarette, a Bueller, and he thinks it's a joint, and he arrests me. So next thing I'm being arrested, after getting my foot arrested, ran over, and calling the police on the people that almost ran me over.
Okay.
Completely over.
But she brought up that case
They
and she
stay
broke
here.
out the collarbone of
Right,
the
but
officer.
what I'm telling you is there's
So-
nothing you can do about that now.
It is what the
You
mitigation
had a right to
was
appeal
used.
it when he got sentenced, but he didn't
Maybe now
appeal
you
it.
can go about it as a
'Cause I-
false contract or something like
Because I
that,
had
but has
no
nothing.
idea, sir.
No, you don't understand. You can't go back and relitigate the probation that they put you on in El Dorado
I'm not
County
talking about
because
the
your
probation.
time, well, the
It's
information
the
they
case-
used.
It's the
You
case
can't go and
itself.
relitigate it. You
It's the
can't.
case itself.
I understand that,
It's
but
just
you can't.
everything is a mess.
Everything is a mess, but you have to understand that this court here has only jurisdiction to determine whether or not you're in willful violation of probation. It can't look into whether or not you were wrongfully convicted.
Well, can you
Because-
bring up the fact that there were no drug charges?
No. I mean,
Why is that condition there in first place anyway?
why didn't you object to it?
Because we didn't know we could. His lawyer retired literally in the middle of it, and we didn't know what the lawyers were supposed to do.
Sir, because my wife,
And I didn't have paperwork at the time.
they
Okay.
offered me the deal of you take this and we drop all charges against your wife.
Right, and you did that, and I understand that we
And
all
so
make
what would you
choices
do?
that we think is best for our family. I understand that. All I'm trying to convince you is the court here has limited powers in dealing with you. The only way they have any authority over you is your probation that came out of El Dorado County. If you had a problem with what happened to you in El Dorado County, you should have brought it up in El Dorado County. You can't be how many years later, because you have 60 days to file an appeal. If you don't file the appeal, you're done.
Nobody said anything like that to me.
We didn't know. You,
Yeah.
you can probably do something
Living
about
homeless
with
in a
like
tent.
an unlawful contract or something like
living
that.
homeless in a tent in South Lake Tahoe Basin in the wintertime
Well, that's gotta be tough.
with fucking ice after my wife
I understand
and
that.
fucking with me. I don't think you do.
I've been to South Shore. I mean, I grew up in the mountains,
Yeah,
so I
and
mean, I know
North
how
Shore
cold
and
it
so
gets up
forth.
there.
We were staying in Blue Lakes. And,
Yeah, I know where Blue
Blue
Lakes are. I've
Pass.
hiked in there before. But what I'm saying is, what I'm trying to tell you is, it is too late for us to challenge
Yes, sir.
the probation order out of El Dorado County.
Okay, so
Even
We
with,
are
even with Miss.
we're dealing with that probation order that should not have been included. Okay? It was, you didn't object to it, your attorney didn't object to it, you didn't file your notice of appeal within 60 days.
but can you bring
told
up the
this.
fact that Stephanie we were in the means
I
of
wasn't
my
told
husband
this, and I didn't
had
have
already put this
proper-
in the court, and she arrested him on the 27th when he had till the 1st to
I didn't have proper
Bring these up.
representation, sir. In court. I'll just say that.
No, I think that is relevant, sure,
again, the
that
worst in
that he
here.
was told to get it before the court on such and such a date.
and she arrested him while that process was happening.
Yeah,
Without even giving him, and we were on our way here to talk to you that day before he got arrested, because he hadn't, and there's that contract that I had brought here. It's a paper that he had the B-test dates that he had to urinate, and it was checked until September 3rd, meaning that in the verbal contract and written contract, he was supposed to urinate until the 3rd. And that was until he had time. Why would she come search my house and violate where she knows that there's gonna be cannabis in my house?
Okay, so your mother's an attorney in Argentina. Okay. And she wrote a letter to Judge O'Connor back on August 31st, 2018.
Mm-hmm. We got 7 letters.
See.
And other people send them just to O'Connor too, because they didn't know they had to give it to me.
First they told me and my wife that we could get married, and then they say you can't. And I got stuck in administrative segregation,
Because
being charged with a 245 PC
your criminal
twice,
history,
which I hadn't
you
been.
point out high on our assessment scale.
Mhm.
Your previous 245 times 2 conviction, the 148 conviction.
I've only been charged with a 245 once in my life, sir. From the fucking gate, I was been bitching and saying, hey, somebody listen over here.
No, I understand. I understand.
Somebody listen over here. I got it all documented here.
Now, is this inmate request slip looks like from 2014?
Yes.
This is from El Dorado County,
Yes,
correct?
sir.
Okay.
This is all the fucking shit.
Okay.
I got all the breadcrumbs for you, dude. All the way back to 2002 when they
I
made me fucking when
understand
I
that,
was
but
charged.
what I'm trying to explain to
for
you
the
is we
original.
can't relitigate El Dorado County
I
now.
know, I know.
We can't.
So let's work with what we have here in
I know.
Yuba County.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
this goes with evidence to show of my religion.
Yes, in all those
So
lips,
here.
he requests no pork.
So here right here is where I died and was revived. You can call the lady there. She is the head Reiki sister. She has my dread. 7 years ago I was bit by a copperhead. Not this paper, sir.
Well, I want to look at it.
This right here.
No, I understand that. This is where you were. This is your little armband they had, but I want to read
This is the
this.
best hospital in the world. It's where people with Ebola and shit like that are taken to.
Oh, okay.
I refuse service because of my religion. Do you understand?
I
And
understand.
I have
You're a very
professional
devout
people.
Muslim. You
I
are.
have professional people that are willing here that I've been talking to that are waiting on clearance from their abovees to give you that what you're talking about. And the recordings of talking with them on the telephone.
We can't get somebody. You can't subpoena somebody from Maryland.
Yeah, I can. I can get a piece of paper and all that. You said you needed what? Living people for what? My religion's defense.
Yes.
So there you go. There's several of them. There's 3.
No, that's
Yes,
that's
it's
not the
true.
type of people I'm
Yes,
talking about.
yes it is, because
No, it's-
what they do is what I fucking do, sir. So please, if you work for me, we can win this case.
I understand that. I don't take cases on to lose them or railroad my clients.
So,
But you need to listen to me.
no, you need to listen
No,
here,
sir. You need to listen to me.
Listen to the
I've
realm
given
that
you-
we
I've
do.
given you the opportunity to get a 215 card. You flatly refused, which is your absolute right. I
Because
respect your decision.
You're
Now
working for
we're-
me, right?
Yes.
So why are you telling me that you giving me the decision to do some shit that's not in my brain, which is called I wish to fight?
I have to
You have
offer
to
you
do
the
something that the
opportunity.
DA is trying to do. So do you work for me or for the DA?
I do not work for the DA.
Okay, we'll see.
I hate those guys.
All right. That's what Banning was saying. And this is where I got Robert Banning.
Well, I'm not Robert Banning. I don't know who the hell he is, or what he's doing, or what kind of practitioner he was.
He was a lawyer that got me into this case right here that you're
Okay,
defending me on.
but do you understand that we cannot relitigate your conviction in El Dorado County because
Didn't
too
say
much
so.
time?
Didn't say I wanted that. I just want
I understand that you feel
modification
that
of my
you got
probation.
railroaded.
Modification of my probation on the premises that it is a burden on my religion,
Okay.
which is my way of life. Navajo Nation versus.
Well, this recommendation, you go to prison.
I know. That's what you just read, sir. It's a copy of the probation report.
Okay, let's go. So now let's talk about. Do you know whether or not these papers, these letters,
I printed 3 of each.
did they get filed with the court?
I gave them to your son Jim, 3 of each. I don't know if he sent them in or if he didn't.
We haven't sent anything in because we hadn't decided.
Because he
what
said
we
that
were
those
going
would
to
be
do.
those
What do you
would be
mean what
used
we're
for
gonna do? I told you
sentencing.
when I was in jail, sir. From the gate.
He says those would be for sentencing,
Religion.
and this is not sentencing.
When I was sitting in handcuffs in the box, and you tried to tell me to get my recommendation. Forget what Allah, Allah has His laws, but
I understand
we have
that, and I
ban clause,
said
and
all would
said-
understand if you got a 215 card in order to not violate your probation.
No,
I'm
because
saying
it
that's the-
violates my nasad or my
I-
covenant with Allah.
I understand that. You made that
If you
perfectly
do,
clear to
then
me.
why do you keep trying
But
to get me to break my
I'm
covenant with
not.
my Lord?
I just wanted
these
to make
people
sure
are trying
that
to
you
do.
understood you have
This
an
is-
easy way out.
I don't want an easy way out.
Okay, that's fine
My
with
easy
me.
way out is prostrating and doing prayer like every good believer of the Abrahamic faith does, whose sacrament is cannabis sativa, which is the Jewish faith, the Islamic faith, and the Muslim faith.
Why is the DA not taking the time to understand that?
Because he wants you to take the easy way out to get a 215 card, and we just get the thing just modified, and you just go about your business. But I understand your desire is that you defend this based upon your religious beliefs. And you do have a defense based upon your religious beliefs. I'm just saying that the easy way out is a 215 card. If you wish not to do that, fine, that's your
I said it
decision.
from the gate, sir. From the beginning, when
I
I first met
understand
you.
that, but this is the
I'll keep
first
saying
time.
it.
This is the first time you and I have been able to talk other
Outside
than
of jail.
outside of jail
And
or
what did I
briefly in
say?
the courtroom.
And what did I say there?
That you wanted to do this by your religious beliefs. I
So what do you
understood
think
that.
will change?
The DA tells me in court, just have him get a 215
Okay,
card.
that's the DA. I gave you money, so you work for me, and I've been telling you since the beginning.
I understand that, but I wanted to
My
see if you
religion.
wanted the easy way out, the cheap way out.
No.
If you don't, fine. I have no problem with that. None at all. All I'm saying is, okay, then we're gonna set this for a hearing. We're not gonna get Judge O'Connor because she's off the month of October. And if you've disqualified him, then we get who's ever left over.
Horse something.
Warshafter,
Horshafter.
he'd be fine.
Oh, that's fine.
Judge Gibbons would be fine.
So in the next hearing, not much is gonna happen. You're gonna.
We're gonna
present
pick a
this.
date. We're gonna pick a date for the contested violation of probation hearing. When that date is set, then we have to be prepared to present evidence
What
of
events?
your religious beliefs.
What events do we have coming up at the shop?
No. So, are you able to talk to?
Can I talk with them?
Yeah.
How far out can we push the date? Because it's taken me a little bit of time with clearance with several people because of what they represent.
Probably 30 days,
That's the most.
probably, unless we've got a damn good reason.
Yeah.
But what I need from you, okay, we can get the probation officers. We can get them subpoenaed. There's no question about that.
Mhm.
But I want, if we're going to use a defense that this goes against your religion and that you should be allowed to practice your religion free of the encumbrance of this cannabis prohibition, then we need to convince the judge that one, that's your belief, and two, that's one of the tenets of your church or your mosque. And when we talked before, the people you were telling me about, the people that taught you, they weren't around here. I need to know where they are so we can see if we can get them to come to court for you.
And that's why I'm asking how long can I push this out for?
I'm saying about 30 days unless...
Because I mean, I've seen people. The thing that you did for that gentleman before I came into court, when we first met in court, the horrendous shit that was thrown away. There ain't no way you can push this farther than 30 days.
I'm not saying there isn't. I'm just saying...
I mean, I'm just trying to figure this out.
No, and I'm just telling you normally, and
Sitting
I'm not
down
saying
next to
we
somebody
can
like-
ask for more than 30 days because we
Sitting
have to
down next to
subpoena
somebody
these-
like that when the only thing I've been in trouble for is this bullshit. And the people that you get off and get stuff stinted out for. There ain't no way you can get it out to like 60 days. Because these people...
If we have the names and addresses of the people that you
That's what I'm
believe
saying.
that can back up your religious beliefs,
You have to understand it's been years. I lived on the streets, and as you've seen, I was put in a coma.
I understand that, but
For 4
that's
days.
why we're meeting today, because we
For
have
4
to go to
days.
court a week from tomorrow.
Do you understand? It's a head trauma.
I understand
And-
that. I understand that you have been physically injured severely.
I'm not saying anything about that. I'm talking about my memory of trying to get a hold of the people. That's why I explained to Stephanie. It took me a month to get a hold of this information because of the fire in Reading where this was at.
Mm-hmm.
I had to get to where this information stuff
Okay.
was.
Who would, if
You
you had,
understand?
if you had your choice, which you do,
A
of
least
who
opinion
would,
about 20 people or so.
we don't need 20 people.
Yes, we do for my religious belief. Proof.
Why?
Why?
Why do you need
Because
20 people?
why are you questioning me on my stuff?
I'm not questioning, I'm asking you a simple question. Why do we need 20 people to prove your religious beliefs?
Just in case. This is a small town, Mayberry town.
If you can give me the names and addresses of these 20 people or 10 people or however many people
Yes,
you
sir.
think we need, then there's a good possibility I
That's
can
what I'm
convince the
saying.
judge to move it out 60 days.
Thank you, sir.
There's no guarantee, but I'm saying 30 days for sure.
30 days for sure, 60 if I can get around 10 people within 5 or 6 days. I should be able to get enough names. But I'm shooting for
But I
20.
need addresses for them.
Addresses
Current
too.
addresses.
Yes,
If
sir.
you have phone numbers, so I
Yes,
can
sir.
talk to them.
Everything's
Tell
gonna
them
be
what's
legit.
going on.
Everything's
So they'll
gonna
be ready
legit.
to come in and testify as to what the tenets of your faith are.
Everything will be
Because
legit.
you recognize, as you call it, Mayberry here. Mayberry here,
I was born here.
I understand that, but your
You're not
religious
colored.
beliefs are not common in this area.
You're not colored, sir. And you weren't raised in Rackerby and be the only colored person for 7 towns. And be taught
Well, you're not the
dog
only
music.
colored person in the 7 town. But anyway, I
In
understand
Rackerby,
that.
California,
The color
which
of your
is above
skin makes
Bangor.
no. The color
I
of your
went to
skin
Eva
makes.
Feather School in Challenge.
Fine.
Do you understand what I was taught there?
Oh, God only knows what they taught you.
Well, a lot better down here.
Well, I don't doubt it. But what I'm saying is that you have what is potentially a unique religious belief.
Mhm.
Okay? And I'm saying that
The word Muslim means believer.
I understand what the word Muslim
Are you a
believes,
believer, sir?
but I understand.
Are you a believer?
Absolutely.
So
I wouldn't be talking to you if I didn't believe in an Almighty, whoever you call him. Well, there's Muhammad, Jesus,
Love.
Buddha, whoever. I mean,
Love.
I understand that there's a supreme being somewhere.
I do this out of love, and I pray to love.
I understand that.
For God to be grandparents. You know, the stress of this caused my wife to have a miscarriage, and it's misfortunate.
I could testify on that, and I have the records for it. Since we started dealing with Stephanie as a probation officer, I had
I can believe
had
that.
2 miscarriages.
I can believe that working with her.
When
But let's
I'll try to get you at least 10 names, numbers, addresses, emails, everything up to date within the next 5 business days from today, sir. Or soon.
That's fine, as
If-
long as you do it.
As long as I'm able to get above 10,
You don't
get
need
me
10. You need.
you get me
No.
up to 60 days because it's gonna
I will
take
try to do that, but I
several-
can't
these
guarantee
people
you that.
dispersed across the United States, sir.
Okay.
Do you
Well, they're
understand?
they're gonna
It's
have
also,
to.
excuse me, I don't mean to speak over you. This is also Hajj time. So Muslims and Jewish and Aramaic people that I talk with, they're on Hajj on Mecca. Do you understand? Circumventing. So there's a lot of people traveling about right now. That's why I'm asking you
I
if you
understand
can
that.
get 60 days out because it's a holy
Would they
time.
have
But
to
if
be
you-
people
Excuse
that
me.
come
But
personally?
if you give me,
Stop.
listen, if you give me names of people that are, not within Northern California, then we can show the judge that we need time to bring these people in and they are critical to your defense, then fine, that's
If
where
not
we
a
get
written-
60 days, but I
if
just
not a
can't
written-
tell them we're looking for witnesses. I've
No,
got to have
no,
some names.
No. If not a written statement or a videography sent in. Because I know that's permissible. It's done. Shit, in Sutter County, you don't even see. Yeah,
That's
it's
on your
permissible.
arraignment, yeah, no, I understand that.
So, when I seen the judge and all that, and this stupid shit that they had me do for
I
this
have
fucking
never
guy I didn't even
done,
listen to.
I have never done a
This
case
shit right here
where I
was over
tried to get
video.
in video testimony.
This dipshit
Of
didn't
anybody.
even. This dipshit didn't even listen to me. He puts that my 9-year-old daughter, my youngest daughter who's turning 9, lives with my mom 4 years ago. I love how the poor people like don't pay attention.
Is your mother still around here?
She lives in Reading.
Okay.
Henceforth, that's why I had to get to here because
No,
of the
but
fire in
can-
Reading.
can-
His mom is a priest.
Do you understand? My mom is an ordained priest.
Priest.
My mom is a priest.
Priest. Oh, okay. In your, for
She-
lack of a better word, your
Excuse me.
beliefs.
Yes, my mom is a priest in my religion and in several other multicultural things.
Okay.
And she's ordained.
So she would testify if she's called to the witness stand that part of your religious beliefs is that cannabis is a sacrament that you utilize in practicing your faith.
Yes, sir.
Okay, then I want her. And she should be able to come down.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so that's one of them.
Yes, sir.
Say, so good.
I have
What's
9
her, tell me her name. You said it was
Bonnie
Bonnie?
Metcalf.
Bonnie, METCALF?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Like the donut
what's her
shop.
address?
I would have to get it. It's on the letter, the message she sent to your phone.
No, I would like to do this. I mean, all I was doing was offering him an easy way out. That's his decision. But I'm not doing this to lose. So I want to have the firepower to win. And it's going to take somebody other than you and me talking to the judge.
So it's 3140.
3140.
Mm-hmm.
Number 26, C Street, Redding, California.
Yes, sir.
Number 26, Redding. Wait a second. California.
96002.
96002. And what is her phone number?
209
209
595
595
2885.
2885. Okay. So she's witness number 1.
Yes.
And she is a priest.
Mm-hmm.
And knows about the doctrines of your beliefs, saying cannabis is a sacrament.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Does she drive? Does she have any physical disabilities that would prevent her from coming down here?
Yes.
We would have to go get
We'd
her.
have to go get my mom, but
Okay.
she has sarcoidosis, sir. Like I was saying, that's what I have also.
Okay, but it doesn't affect your mind, does it?
Yes.
In what way? I mean, she'll know who you are, correct?
Yes.
Not yet.
Okay, and she'll know what the tenets of your beliefs are.
She's in
correct?
her sanity, yeah.
Yes, sir.
It just
Okay.
causes a lot of pain,
A lot
physical
of pain
pain.
and so forth. So.
But she's in
She's
her
a-
sanity to
she's
testify,
cognizant.
yes.
I'm sorry, she what?
She's
She
in her
is-
sane mind to
she is
testify.
sentient.
Okay, so she has no mental disabilities.
No,
Okay. Just physical.
yeah.
Okay, so who's the next person that would be available you'd like me to
Let me
contact?
go home so that I can go through my journals and so forth and reach out to people. Now that I know this is what I have to do, since this won't be enough. Again, I was put in a coma for 4 days for respiratory acidosis
Right, and how long, tell me again how long ago that was?
4 years ago.
4 years ago, okay.
When
I
this
was
case
never,
happened.
I was
Yeah.
never given rehabilitation, or I still haven't received the hospital bill.
Yeah, when he got arrested for this case, I put him on probation. They put him in a coma for 4 days and they never released the bill for us. There's no records even for
I was
him
in
being in the
for
hospital.
7.
Nothing. My girlfriend works in the administration part of the Barton
can't find
Hospital,
it.
and there's no records for him even being there that time.
You understand?
Not on that one,
Not
but in
this.
South Lake Tahoe.
South Lake Tahoe,
Barton.
all right.
This case,
Yeah,
these people here,
those other people, they helped him.
this is 1, 2, 3, is 1, 2.
One's a registered nurse, and it says Reiki Master.
Reiki masters.
Reiki Master, what is that?
It's something that you should look into. It's energy work, sir. Because I denied services. They were basically the priests that came in because they didn't have an
Okay, but these people are in Baltimore, Maryland.
Yes, sir. And they're on the USD having conversations with them, letting them know this is what's going on.
They're talking to who?
I have my phone conversation with them
Mm-hmm.
for you on the USB, talking about what had happened, and then talking to their supervisors so that they can send in, as you would say, a certified copy.
There were the witnesses that witnessed that my husband
The
gave up service.
I
Did
gave
not-
service.
He refused
Service due to my religion that I would not do. I don't.
He did alternative medicine, even though he was in an official hospital, in ICU care. He
Level 4 shock
refused
trauma.
all certified services, and he only did alternative medicine.
Okay, when you
That
say
should be-
alternative medicine, what do you mean
Reiki.
by that?
Reiki.
Reiki.
Okay, and Reiki
That's
is
what this
what?
is.
Worldwide known energy work. Universal energy work.
Okay.
It's known. It's a way of alternative therapy.
Something that's real for these people that work for the best hospital in the world. UNC.
It is recognized as an alternative therapy.
That's what we do, sir.
Okay.
So, Donna is witness 2, the other lady is witness 3. I have to get a hold of the lady that played the harp. There's a third person.
These two would be fine.
Well, I'm getting a hold of the third because she's part of the first 10. Like I said, I'll give you 20 people. The first 10 is my most hardest hitters. Those are people that they can't deny. They work for the best hospital in the world. If you get Ebola or whatnot, or if you get crushed to death, that's where you wake up on level 4. That's where I woke up at. Got that conversation with that lady. The very first person that she's ever had call. Thought I was dead this whole time. Look at her. The visions and stuff that I see. How I make those G.A.N.S, the stuff from those people's testimonies and the videos that I have. YouTube channel. It should be also on the probationary report when they took my herb from my house because they were scared of the reactors. It was funny. When I make that, I started my kiwi water or my G.A.N.S during Ramadan. They've been growing for 4 months now. Cannabis mixed in with it in my own plasma or sperm. You see videos of people with AIDS and other things being healed with it. My immune system that I have. Sarcoidosis, what AIDS comes from. That's with the number. And that fire from burning kept me from getting up there. Looking at that, I was pulling away, but I couldn't get into Reading. My mom was evacuated several times because of fire. Shit, trying to find a little baggie of stuff from living on the streets right back there. And corroborating evidence against the officer that tried to kill me in that case. Internal investigation I had going on against Aberdeen police at work. A case of which Jamie here tried to state it broke the cop's arm in his clavicle and was pulled over for cannabis or marijuana. That's not cool. I had to call the case, the paperwork for that call. Put my number down.
That's Lolly. They won't talk to me unless you sign a medical release, so you're gonna have to sign one.
No worries. And I'll do one for medical purposes.
You're welcome. Oh, it's our David. We love you, Dee Dee. Thank you. Everybody loves Dee Dee. It's true. That's true.
Did you save the shotgun? How did you say? Why did you save the shotgun? Because I need to go to the post office.
You know, Jim, if you can't come back, why don't you come back at 4? You don't have to sit here.
Okay. I'll do that.
Go get a Coke or a drink. All right. Okay. Only Foresight Chisholm. Now Donna, she's right. She's an RN, okay. And what about Lolly?
Lolly, again from my head trauma, I need to reach out to her. Donna is who I've been speaking with.
Okay, and she's a Reiki
Reiki.
master and also an artist.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. number they have here is a pager.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's what I was trying to deal with was,
Is that pager for both of them or just Lolly?
I believe for both of them.
Okay. Thank you. Now, how did it come to pass that you ended up at the University of Maryland Medical Center?
It's on my corn walk, so
You're on your what?
corn walk.
Okay.
I was trying to get my car across from my medicine pouch.
Mm-hmm.
Iroquois versus Saudi.
Do you think Seth's last name would be in that packet?
I can find it at home because I saved my travel passes.
Okay. Then I need his address at work
Yeah.
at least, and I need Charles's last name. I'll think of it in a minute, but I want to make sure I've got the right guy. I think there's only one black guy that works over there. But anyway, I need last name.
You had asked me outside the court if he had ever given a clean pee test, and I believe, but you correctly, was it with Charles?
Yeah.
That you had given him the initial clean test with no cannabis in his system.
Mm-hmm. Now, Seth is the one you say retired.
Yes, sir.
Okay, well, I'll contact the ladies back in Maryland. I'll contact them by email, or I may call them on their pager, or I'll contact them by email. That way they'll know who the hell I am. Okay. What I want you to, this is the release. Here. This is a release for medical information. It's either to me or Jim. And so I want you, there's 5 of them in each sack. I want you to sign them, but don't date them.
David, would the letters be of relevance now?
May very well be, because you could admit hearsay into evidence at a violation of probation hearing, which is not like a trial. So we may be able to just get the letters in. Okay, here is another release, which includes medical records, psychiatric records, anything they have that they may have.
Blood group or anything?
Yeah, anything like that. So you need to sign right here.
Any home.
And do the same for these 4 others. That way I'll have plenty of them.
was your weekend?
Hmm?
How was your weekend?
It was all right. Went to a Argentinian Brazilian steakhouse in Roseville.
What? I've never heard of it. I'm from
I
Argentina.
know. That's why it was. You know where they serve the meat on the sticks or not, swords or whatever it is,
See.
and they cut it off. You know, it was very good. Very good.
Oh,
I'd been to one like that in Mexico, and really enjoyed it. And then one of our kids gave us a gift certificate to go down there, so we went down there and tried that. And food was just delicious, expensive, but delicious. Okay, now let's talk a little bit about anybody else. Where's the envelope? Now I'm gonna hold on to this. Where's the envelope that goes with that? Who else do you think you're gonna contact?
I won't know, sir, until a couple more days.
Okay. Just try, if you can.
I mean, right there, you have how many so far?
Well, we've got your mother for sure, right? And then we have,
1, 2, 3, 4.
no, these guys are just gonna testify as to what they told you. They have no information as to your religious beliefs. So, what I'm looking for is people that can testify or provide information as to the tenets of your religious beliefs that regards cannabis as a sacrament, and that you basically you're practicing that religion.
People have known me for, say, 20 years or more, or known me
I don't
throughout
care.
my life. Okay.
As long as they know you, know that that's your belief.
Thank you.
Okay, you're in.
So, I'll need a couple
Now,
more days.
these two ladies, I'm gonna contact them by email, tell them what it is, and see what information they can provide.
When you do so, can you send me an email also?
Sure, give me your email address.
1786
1786
GHF
GHF
lowercase @gmail.com.
Lowercase. Okay. And you say at
gmail.com.
Gino?
Gmail.
Oh, Gmail. Okay. You have our email address?
No, sir.
It's on the bottom. Vasquez and Vasquez Law at whatever it is. Okay? Now, the people that you're going to contact, what I would like them to be able to either write a letter for or testify, preferably testify, as to, one, that they know you, two, that they know that you are practicing Muslim or whatever subsect that you are on that, assuming it has a name.
That'd be Allah. Sufi Muslim.
Okay. Tell me again what the subsect is.
B-I
B-I dash
A-L Allah.
A-L-A-H.
Sufi.
How do you spell that?
S-U-F-I.
Is it one word, or is it hyphenated, or is it
One word.
Sufi? S-U-F-I?
Yes, sir.
Anything else?
No, sir.
By Allah Sufi. And that's what you're trying to,
It's my way of life. And my religion. And it's also organized. structure.
I have printed a book that I brought to Jim that explained the use of cannabis in the religion.
Okay, I'd like to see that. I have not seen that, so I'll take a look at it. Is it in there?
I don't see it in here, so I'll see why. Yeah, the secret.
This one here?
Yeah. And then there's the other one that's talking about the green puppet.
Sacred Bliss with a New Preference. The Spiritual History of Cannabis by Mark S. Ferrara. Shamans, Sufis, and the Green Man.
Come
Oh, interesting.
It comes before Saint Isa, or Jesus in English. MAHDI.
Okay.
In year 2040, it's supposed to come.
And in here it says that you.
The whole history from how it started, and then from there you can branch out and
Right, but
Google some.
But does it say in it that cannabis is a sacrament?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Again, Islam is part of the Abrahamic faith. And if Judaism and Christianity, if cannabis is sacrament for the Abrahamic faith, then why do I have to prove anything?
Because you're on probation? And that's the simple answer.
I mean, it's a simple thing about
I mean, if you're a Roman Catholic, okay,
I ask this,
and
I prostrate because I believe in Abraham's faith.
mm-hmm.
Do you prostrate? Meaning put,
When I pray, I get on my knees. Sure, I don't lay down on the ground, but
put
yeah,
your- didn't say lay on the
you
ground.
prostrate. But no, I
Prostrate
kneel.
is putting your forehead to the ground and putting the 7 points of your body and making the 7-pointed star of Mary.
No, I
The
was
birth
taught
of
you just
Jesus.
kneel.
That's his
But that's Roman Catholics, and that you go to mass anymore, and you
Abraham.
kneel only during the sacraments.
But Abraham prostrated. That's
Yeah.
why all Jews, Christians, outside of the United States,
Mm-hmm.
prostrate and say La ilaha illallah.
Mm-hmm. No, I understand that.
That's why if you go to a Greek Orthodox church, you hear them say that
Mm-hmm.
and prostrate. Why am I having to prove something to people that don't
Because
even
you're on probation.
pray properly?
Because you're on probation.
Huh?
Probation is
Probation
Is a
on
civil
something
order
that was a law. Okay.
that says you can't use cannabis.
No, it
and
says
we're
not-
saying-
no,
and-
it says marijuana,
Well, marijuana.
not cannabis.
I understand that, and the reason I use the word cannabis is you object to the word marijuana, but I respect your faith, and that's why I call it cannabis.
It's cannabis, yes, but they're telling me I have to stay away from marijuana.
I understand that, but to them there is no difference.
But there is.
But I understand what your belief is.
Not my belief, the law.
Okay, let me take a look at these letters.
There are things that we must do at the shop, though.
Pardon me?
How much more time will this take? I need to
It's
get
gonna take all the time it needs that I need to save you. From the civil side of things, not the religious side. That's between you and Allah. I just want to read these letters to see what they say. What's G.A.N.S?
How long have they had this thing? These letters? Since I went in Trump?
Is that that's G.A.N.S.
What does that stand for?
They've had this for how long?
Yeah, I don't know why Jim didn't give it to him. Your son didn't give you the letters to you, did he?
No,
No.
that doesn't matter.
Yeah, it does. When were the letters given to you, sir?
This is the first time I've seen them. Because I thought, because when I left you in court, I said, come and see me
How
next,
long have you had
the
this
following
your
week.
How long have you put in possession of this manila envelope? 'Cause that's where
Me
it's from.
in possession of that manila envelope,
Yes, sir.
probably today. I told you to come and see me the following week when you got released from custody. You didn't show.
No, because you already had all the information.
But I needed to talk to you.
About what? All you need to know in the questions you ask, all the answers are in the...
I need to talk to you. We need to have some type of relationship so I understand who I'm dealing with.
You're dealing with someone that's told you I'm fighting for my religion, so don't toward or try to tell me otherwise that you wish me to do some easy shit.
I'm not telling you that anymore.
So G.A.N.S means, like I explained to you, why my hands are dirty and why I was late, is I'm working on something that I started back in Ramadan.
But what is G.A.N.S?
G.A.N.S is a hypothesis from Richard G.A.N.S from 1912, so 106 years ago. A mathematician named Richard G.A.N.S
Okay.
hypothesized the fourth state of matter, which is plasma. So G.A.N.S, which is his last name, is an acronym for gas under, as you would say,
If you're on the witness stand and I say, Judge, I've got a letter here
a nanoparticle.
from Janine
No, I got videos.
It's
Johnson.
gases in nanosolid states.
Okay, that's all I wanted to know, is what it stood for.
It stands for more than just that. It's the fourth phase of matter. I have
Basically,
the videos and
what the
everything.
witness is stating there is that my
There we
husband
go.
had created something that had healed her.
Mm-hmm.
And he only is able to accomplish, to create that in that state of mind, which,
I make Machilia water using cannabis and prayers for zikr resuscitation, kinetic energy and electrostatic attraction. It was put on TV from Machinery Project 21 years ago, and now it's time to show you guys on your own. Series testimonies from people that you know, people that you compete with. A bunch of testimony for the local government. So you know, since you're my tenure, 1989, as you know, cold fusion or low energy nuclear
Mm-hmm.
reactions, or what I actually perfected is low energy nuclear lattice reactions, or linear. I don't do the G.A.N.S. I do completely different. My hands are burnt from too much loading of palladium and deuterium. You get transmutation. Hard water. Yeah, I got audio, video, hours of it. What? 108 gigs worth of information. And the testing. Police,
oh,
people, all over the
no,
place.
that's not it. Oh, there's a private investigator from the police department that he's willing to take the stand for my husband. I had brought this,
Oh,
Witness right there.
sadly, me, a private investigator.
It's gonna be a slam dunk. If you were Frank.
No, I have taken all notes too. I did it on folder, baby.
I don't know if I had it this whole time. Or did you have it? They had it? No, just not looking at it.
We're not gonna need to do that.
Just create it. There we go.
Well, they did a criminal.
You mind if I look at this loop?
pardon me?
While you read, you mind if I look at this loop?
Oh, the globe, sure.
I think the investigator of the police department is really important, being that they're staying on the priors of my husband, that he's a violent offender or whatnot, having a police authority taking a stand.
No, I understand what he says, but
As a witness of character.
character witness, but as far as the religious part, we need somebody else.
He'll be coming in. He'll be coming in as a subpoena because me and the person have a personal relationship and he understands my religion, so. Alright, please, can me and my lawyer talk?
Yeah.
Please.
I have brought these folders.
Okay. Okay, so what I want you to do by Tuesday of next week, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, that's 5 days. I want you to come back in and give me the names of people that can back up your religious beliefs. Okay? And I'd prefer having somebody live testify. Maybe it's just one. I don't care, but somebody who is a recognized member of your religious beliefs that can testify as to the tenets of your beliefs. So I'm just on for setting on the 28th.
Yeah, Friday.
Yeah, a week from tomorrow. Okay, so I want to hold on to these because I want to go through all these documents now. But like I say, it was important for me to know which direction that you wanted to go.
Same one as from the gate.
I understand that. But I don't normally like to talk to my clients while they're in custody or 2 seconds in the courtroom. So I mean, your office is just down the street. You want to make an appointment now
For Tuesday?
for Tuesday?
Sure.
Morning or afternoon?
Afternoon, please.
Okay. About the same time?
Yes. Thank you.
I need an appointment with Mr. Mitchell on Tuesday of next week. I'm using to write it on my business card. Afternoon. 2 o'clock. Mr. Mitchell, is 2 o'clock all right?
That's perfect.
2 o'clock.
I just have to have it there by October 15th. No, don't worry about it. No, don't. Yeah, no, don't take it home.
Okay. Appointment Tuesday, September the 25th at 2 o'clock.
Thank you. If you get a chance, if you want to watch Hopi
Hopi, like on the Hopi Indians?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So you asked what
On YouTube, okay.
you asked what G.A.N.S was. So that's one of my meditation tools. That's witness 3. That's what a friend of yours.
A friend of mine? Who's a friend?
There's a lot of people in town that way too. And
No, I understand that, but he may be a witness.
She.
She?
You already have a paper from her.
Can't you tell me your name, or do I have to look through everything?
That's really good. See someone.
Well, the more time it takes me, the more it costs you,
Can you
so...
hold that with your shoes on?
I'm sorry, what?
Would you take your shoes off and try holding that? You understand?
What's it gonna do?
Yeah.
It's gonna make my hand quit hurting?
Maybe.
If that's the intention.
Think that in your mind. If you would shake it.
Shake it?
Yes. Like, say in this manner.
Okay. I don't wanna drop it, so...
And then place it over the affected area that's hurting.
Okay. Should I continue to shake it? Or no?
And if you want. It's conscious and directed, so it depends on what you think and what your body tells you. That is my G.A.N.S. What do you say G.A.N.S, but I make myself completely different. It's a completely different classification. I'm working on a unit right now that will be having this in the pistons, like a Stirling motor,
Mm-hmm.
and then having stuff coming this way, and inshallah by tomorrow you'll see me driving past here with the motor going on this, on my beach cruiser, powering my bike, and I'll be powering the car with it.
You mean powering the car, powering the motor, powering what?
Yes,
Yes to all of that?
yes. Sir.
Okay.
If you would place your hand out, that was ready. I'll do some direction for you. Some great apophyllite and so forth for this guy.
We'll bring you some crystals.
When's the last time you went hiking?
This last weekend,
Or
around town.
get to the forest before they burn it up? And then all the pot growers burn it and cut it down for the pseudo-centuries
Okay, so if I wanna watch this, is it called Hopi Star
in a jar. So.
in a jar? Okay,
On YouTube.
and it's on YouTube.
And you'll see when I very first, back on 6/23/18 this year, irradiated myself like Mark LeClaire did. And shit on myself 4 times in a week because I got radiation poisoning. I now can make glow sticks. That's why I have everything documented. Glow sticks and so forth glow without having to pop them because of the body reacts with photoluminescence, as you felt, energetics and so forth. We have a lot of stuff going on, but I'd love to if we could help you.
That'd be great. Doctors can't.
May I, if you would,
Need a pen?
can I get your signature?
My real signature or the one I sign most of all?
Your real signature, sir. And a hair, if you would.
And a hair?
Yes, I will send you a message. If I could get your personal number, I will only send you a text to let you know when I'm sending you prayer. And to let me know if it helps.
Okay.
Like the private investigator, I went to the city of Marysville and offered to get rid of the dope in this area. And they told me they would arrest me. But
I'm not laughing at you, I'm just laughing at the city.
as the
Because they're
investigator,
idiots. They're idiots and have always have been.
as the investigator realizes and knows from helping in so many ways, it is possible, and I've been working on it ever diligently, but I see this is why they're doing things into our shop.
That's crazy. Why would anybody bug you? I mean, really?
Because doctors can't help you, right?
Doctors can't help me, huh? I had a stroke.
And that's what people come to us,
And we help them.
and we help them.
We had first rights to say no when we were in an old building. Somehow we had a private,
Who's your landlord down there where you live? I mean, where your office
we used
is?
to have Robert, rest in peace. Robert and Lee,
Hampton.
Hamptons. We used to have those, but the family sold the building, within itself.
Mm-hmm,
But we had first rights to say no.
mm-hmm.
And dealing with this, I didn't have the means of fighting
Yeah.
with it, so that's how we moved into our new shop area.
That was Gary,
That's,
Gary Elliott.
that's beautiful, Gary.
He's
Elliott.
great.
It's
Oh, Gary Elliott, I know Gary Elliott. He used to have the Photoshop.
Beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
energetic.
Very nice man. I went to the Himalayas on a trek years ago when I was 45 and went to Mount Everest. And I thought that was one of the most spiritual things I've ever done. But anyway, as we're climbing up the last day, it was colder than hell, and Gary Elliott had told me to take an extra battery for my camera and keep it inside my clothing, so it would, the body heat would keep it warm so it worked. I put the camera up to take a picture of Mount Everest. Camera didn't work, and I remember him telling me to keep that. Reached inside my clothes, pulled the thing out, stuffed it in, and got beautiful pictures.
Nice.
This one is witness 8.
Witness what?
We call them witnesses. This is witness 8 of the plasma banner, about 3 weeks ago. I can show you.
And what is it? Yeah, so what is that for?
If you would place in your hand. Have your hand up as such. The energetics of it. Scooterite. That's what I know. Next time I see you, I'll bring some scooterite in.
Okay.
Scooterite is what they use. It's a rare earth mineral. They use it in superconductors. It's where you find the classified stones from Morocco.
I wear a witness
What she has in is a pendant.
there.
Gary,
Dee has one too.
Dee, you notice Dee has a pendant.
Didi Aristegi? Oh, okay.
And
She
Bob.
has one, like these
Oh,
two.
Didi, I've known her since we were kids.
Bobbo has one too. We work with
Oh,
everybody in the
oh, Bobby
community.
Burns?
Doesn't have to be-
Yeah, I know Bobby Burns too.
pure Michigan copper. Keep in your pocket. And this is called shunite.
Shenite?
Shunite. It
Shunite.
is what I got and made my G.A.N.S from. It's
This is Mexican copper?
no, Michigan.
Oh, Michigan.
Native Michigan copper. Talking to a crystal shop and miner. So this is the purest carbon in the world. It's shunite. That's elite. Shunite.
So what should I do? Keep these in my pocket?
You can keep it in your pocket, you can put that in your water, so on and so forth. It's C60 or it's what I make my G.A.N.S
Mm-hmm.
from, but I make kiwi water.
Now, is this all part of your religious beliefs?
It's a,
Okay.
I make kiwi water with this kinetic energy limiting electrostatic attraction.
Hmm.
So it's like cinnamon. You know, cinnamon opens up the vascular system. So like the veins are chondritic. The only way you can get those from a plasma.
Hmm. Okay.
That's why I'm making plasmas, and you'll see in this.
Okay.
Star in a jar, 62318. But our brains are dendritic. And that's why silver, colloidal or ionic, works so well because it's clarity difference. Our bodies work on negative ionic discharge or dendritic
Mm-hmm.
because we're dielectric. You know, it's electric. We're dielectric. It's like colloidal silver ionic silver, which I make my own. I make plasma out of silver and gold, which is red. Pure gold G.A.N.S, which I make. And you have here is purest gold that you can test.
Okay. But for these, I can put that in water and drink the water?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Or I can keep it in my pocket.
This one, if you have shoppers in your palms, if you place your palm and open your hand and say go like such, put away. Do you feel that? That pumping?
No. If that doesn't surprise me.
Yeah. And just gradually open this hand like you would see a jellyfish.
Okay.
You know, a magnet in copper
Mhm.
generates electricity.
Mm-hmm.
So this, because it's copper, and the body's dielectric, if you hold as such, and you hold this one,
Mm-hmm.
and say come like such, and articulate, if you can, get both of them going, and then bring them outwards as you build your field. That's visible light that some of us can see and some of us can't, but as you feel, it feels like a magnet, like when you're a kid. The disorientation showed in the spiraliness of two hemispheres, the brain correct themselves. So you know your right hand is corrected by your left hemisphere and vice versa, because we're trill. Triology.
Hmm.
I hope amateur people and people that have had limbs cut off and other things and fallen soldiers and ninja warriors.
Okay.
That right there is KESHE, kinetic energy limiting electrostatic
Mhm.
attraction. What you're feeling is your interstitium.
What I'm feeling, what I mean in my hand.
Yes, sir. Is the interstitium's water. You know, they found 2 new organs this year, allopathic medicine, but we've known for thousands of years about why you should make voodoo and
Mhm.
Guzo absolution when you prostrate, because you activate the H3O2 that is inside the interstitium, which is the largest organ of the body, not the skin.
They've proven this year that the biggest organ in the body is the interstitium.
And the second is the nasturtium.
What organ is that?
It's inside, it's the water inside your body.
Ah,
It's
okay.
water, but the Western medicine would always dissect,
It's this right here, H3O2.
so they would miss it every time. And just now Western medicine came out saying
That's what this is.
it's like a chicken coop holding all the water in your body.
Mhm.
I'm making,
That's the biggest organ.
let's see, Chris Ekman's,
All the memories, all the words, every frequency that you have ever been exposed to is held in that water. Because you know every single cell in your organ changes every 7 years.
If you see there's native, it's native silver crystals
Okay.
from nothing. It's transmutation. I mean, gold, silver, platinum, yttrium, lanthanides is what I was
Well,
reading.
I have a lot of reading to do, and you have a lot of research to do to find me some. I'd really like somebody that's close enough that we can put on the witness stand.
Yes. I will have that for you.
But you won't hear 2:15 from me anymore.
Thank you.
Tuesday at 2?
Tuesday at 2.
The only reason why I'm alive is because of those sisters. If not, I would.
Oh, the ladies back in Maryland?
Yes, sir.
Okay, great.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you. It's been quite an education.
Now again, if I may, is this how I get a hold of you to send you a message so that you know up front that I'm sending you a prayer?
Oh, wait a minute. That doesn't have my email address on it. Shoot. That's the old card. Here, let me give you a new one. The email address is the one down there. This one doesn't have it.
And this goes to you?
Well, it goes to the office. If you want my private email, you can write that down for it, and then I'm the only one that gets that.
So that for this, sir.
Okay. It's all lowercase. DW. DW Vasquez at AOL.com. That goes directly to me. This is the office.
It's 333. It's a beautiful number.
Beautiful, thank you.
Okay, thank you. I'll see you Tuesday at 2.
Screenshot the time. It's a beautiful time. 369 energetics.
Oh, good.
Have you ever met a gentleman, Gordon Pelton?
Gordon Pelton.
He's in a wheelchair right now because he was injured. Here's the critical stage. You can drink it, smoke it, or burn it.
Oh,
'Cause
Just
it
smell
like
it.
incense.
Smell it is amazing.
A lot of times it's when I get messed with, people think that I'm smoking cannabis. It's not.
Okay. Well, thank you for coming in, and I'll see you Tuesday with hopefully the rest of the.
If I may.
You're welcome. Thank you for putting up with my ignorance.
It's, sir, there's no ignorance in this world. We're all learning.
That is true. Thank you. I'll see you next Tuesday. You bet. You bet. All right. Goodbye.
Blessings.
See you later.
Keep it from me. I know you do that. I know you do that. I know you want to.
Oh, I got some and I forgot. I fell asleep. It's like there's other stuff in the car. There's other stuff I got in the car that I forgot.
That's the saddest part. I know you do that too. You're the only human being that buys candy and forgets about it.
that, dude.
Do that.
Don't forget about Roth Elder. Seen that man kept saying, repeating himself over and over again.
Have you talked? Have you ever mentioned the lady Mary O'Donnelly? Mary Donnelly? Mary Donnelly?
Did you listen to what I said? Did you hear that guy?
Yeah, that
And
he
yourself?
kept repeating himself.
So he gave $2,000. He's had all that stuff. And it's the 20th. I got out on the 7th. I got arrested when? The 27th of last month. And these people have had all that information in just now. And you see how crazy them people is doing their stuff, you know? But has he seen his whole demeanor change?
Yeah.
They had him touch the G.A.N.S and he read the stuff. He read the letters of the testimonies, people. Dude's whole energy changed. He let me give him a hug. Everything, people. Yeah. I love you guys. You gotta just stand firm. I'm willing to go to prison. Kaepernick. Stand for something to fall. Everything that I do is for about to be grandparents. For that beautiful lady there that's made it through where I can be a grandparent. A sober one. She's 11 of the law. Talk beer.